It really makes you stop and think about how much online shopping has, well, transformed, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
And if you want to peek, maybe, at where things might be headed next, um, all eyes seem to be on China. The scale of their sales events, like Singles Day, it's just wow.
Jaw-dropping is the right word. Yeah. The numbers are truly remarkable. And, they offer this fascinating window into the future of retail in our increasingly digital lives.
Which brings us neatly to today's deep dive. I've got two really interesting sources to unpack here.
Hmm.
First, there's an article from IT journalist Takafumi Makino titled 047 Magu Raibu Komatsu Shisha.
Right.
And that gives us a more maybe personal on-the-ground kind of view on who's buying through these live streams.
And then the second one?
And then we have the 2020 Topcolor Hoster Duno. That's Erling Topco Xuanxi Guoji Dongcha Bagao,
Got it.
which gives us a much broader, more data-driven look at the trends shaping these huge shopping festivals.
Exactly. So our goal today is really to, dig into these sources. We want to understand this booming world of Chinese live commerce who's doing it. Why is it so popular?
And what it tells us, maybe, about how we might all be shopping soon.
Precisely. The implications could be pretty far-reaching.
Okay, so let's start unpacking. I mean, the speed of growth is just astounding, isn't it?
It really is.
Makino-san points out how ByteDance's Juin, the Chinese TikTok, they racked up 18.7 billion yuan in sales during their very first Singles Day event that even had live commerce.
18.7 billion.
Yeah. And to put that in perspective, Alibaba, who basically invented Singles Day, it took them 4 years to hit similar numbers back in the day. What does that even tell you?
Well, what's fascinating there isn't just the huge number, though it is huge, but the sheer speed of adoption.
Right, the velocity.
Exactly. It just underscores how quickly consumer behavior can shift when a new format, clicks, when it genuinely resonates. And that second source, the 2020 Top Channel report, it reinforces this. It shows how live commerce quickly became like a central pillar of strategy for all the major e-commerce players in China, not just an add-on.
And it's not just the total sales volume either. It's also who is fueling this growth.
That's critical.
Both our sources point to this big generational shift. Younger people, they seem to clearly prefer live commerce over, the traditional way. Kino's article even mentions a big chunk of Taobao live users are from the 90s and 90s generations.
Yeah, and that generational lean is really, really important. Think about it. As these younger consumers get more spending power,
Their preferences become the norm.
exactly, their preferred ways of shopping are likely to become the dominant force shaping the whole online retail landscape. This doesn't feel like some passing fad. It looks more like a fundamental reshaping of how online retail actually works.
Okay, so one of the first things that really jumped out at me was this idea of EC fatigue in China. It sounds like traditional e-commerce, with all the complicated coupons and just endless scrolling. It's starting to wear people out, especially older groups. Why is that?
That's a really good point, and Makino's article gets into this quite a bit. There's this culture of buy first, return later, which seems to have been partly, enabled by these super intricate coupon systems.
Like the 341.
Exactly. Think spend 300 yuan, get 40 off, but often with layers and layers of rules.
Okay.
Combine that with the very common 3 no returns policy, no reason needed, often no original packaging, sometimes no receipt. It creates this kind of cycle.
So people just buy stuff to hit the coupon target, knowing they can send it back easily.
Pretty much. They buy impulsively, maybe stuff they don't even need, just to get the discount, knowing returns are simple.
It sounds almost like a game, but the end result is just returns. Makino-san even shows this WeChat search index with these huge spikes in searches for returns right after the big shopping holidays.
Yeah.
That's pretty telling, isn't it? What's that really signify?
It really does. It strongly suggests, a level of dissatisfaction, maybe even inefficiency, baked into that traditional model. The sheer complexity of figuring out the coupons, the FOMO fear of missing out if you don't buy right now.
Right, the pressure.
Yeah, it all adds to this feeling of fatigue. And this is exactly where live commerce offers something different, something more direct, more engaging.
Right. Instead of wading through product pages and trying to decode discount math.
You've got a person.
Yeah, a real person showing you the thing, answering questions live. It's just a much more immediate connection. And Makino-san calls this a shift from a search era of retail to a communication era. What's the significance there?
That's such a powerful way to frame it. I mean, think about how the internet itself changed, right? From
Right.
just searching for info to interacting on social media.
Good point.
E-commerce started like that search model, but live commerce and getting recommendations from people you trust that taps into this basic human thing, needing connection and trusted advice. The 2020 Top Killout report really highlights this evolution too, showing how crucial live commerce has become for everyone.
Okay, now let's get into who these live commerce shoppers actually are. The June report, the one Makino-san discusses, breaks them down into 4 key profiles, which I found really fascinating.
Yeah, they're great archetypes.
The first one is the Urch-E, or fangirls. What are they like?
Okay, let's break them down. So these are typically young women, urban, often white-collar jobs. And interestingly, the profile mentions many live in rented apartments and have cats.
Huh, specific.
Right. They're fans of online personalities or idols, but maybe more casually. They like tuning into their daily live streams. And they buy everyday stuff, snacks, makeup, household things.
So what's the driver? Is it just fandom?
It sounds like their favorite streamer becomes almost like a trusted friend giving recommendations. But crucially, as Makino-sen notes, they're not just blindly buying.
Oh, interesting.
They have budgets, they care about price, return policies. They even chat with other fangirls online about the products. The example of Lee Jiaki, the famous lipstick king.
Right, I've heard of him.
His success really illustrates this. He does detailed product testing, builds that trust. Why is that trust so key here?
Well, it has to be about authenticity, right? Getting genuine advice.
Precisely. They value that. Lee Jiaki's credibility comes from actually using and evaluating stuff. That really resonates with the fangirls looking for reliable tips in this, super crowded online space.
Okay, second profile, the efficiency, practicality seekers. Who are they? What are their habits?
What's really interesting here is their focus on both function and design. These are generally men and women, 20s, 30s, busy professionals, looking to improve their quality of life. They want products that work well, sure, but also look good, maybe are SNS-worthy stuff they'd happily post online.
And how do they shop?
They seem pretty strategic. They'll watch pre-announced streams for specific things they need, and they often buy in bulk during big sales, like Singles Day, just for convenience.
It makes total sense. Short on time, very targeted viewing and buying, and the bulk buying, very practical.
Exactly. Save time, save effort. And those bulk discounts during sales, they fit perfectly with getting the most value for their money and their time.
Okay, next group. Interest. Explorers. Tell us about them. They sound different.
They are. This is a really fascinating group. These are people often with stable jobs, disposable income, maybe more free time, and they're deeply passionate about specific hobbies.
Like what?
Could be anything, drones, high-end cameras, niche crafts, you name it. So what kind of live stream are they looking for?
It can't just be entertainment then, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's got to be about expertise, accessing deep knowledge.
Exactly. They want someone who genuinely understands the products, who can give insights you just wouldn't get from a standard product page. They often prefer these specialized vertical streams.
And they've probably done their homework beforehand, too.
Often, yes. Maybe on places like Bilibili. Trust and specialized knowledge are absolutely paramount for this group. They value hosts who can really engage with their interests on a technical level. Mei Kino mentions FlyPig as a popular tech host with a mostly male audience and high purchase rates.
Okay, interesting. And the last group, this Sure, or Killing Time Party. Who's in this group? What are they after?
This group is mainly, it seems, young mothers, and the idea is that they might be missing the social side of shopping they had before kids.
Oh, yeah.
So for them, live commerce kind of acts as a substitute for going to the mall, hanging out with friends. They often buy the same things as their online peers and enjoy sharing their hauls on social media.
So what kind of host works for them?
Yeah.
And what deals?
It sounds like they're basically recreating that social shopping vibe online. The host becomes almost like a virtual shopping buddy.
Right. Yeah.
And the stream provides connection, community, often around shared buys, bulk discounts, like buy 3, get 2 free, can work well here too.
So the experience, the connection is just as important as the product itself.
Precisely. Community, entertainment value, those are key drivers. And they seem to prefer hosts who are relatable, logical in their recommendations, not necessarily super slick professionals, but someone they connect with.
Gotcha. Now, the Vase Air report doesn't just describe the shoppers. It also outlines some key strategies for sellers who want to succeed here.
Right, the practical takeaways.
The first is brand personification. What's that mean in this context?
It's basically giving your brand a distinct personality. Younger consumers, they want products that stand out, yeah, but they don't always do deep dives into brand mission statements.
Okay.
So by personifying your brand, making it feel like it has a voice, opinions, values, you can forge a stronger connection. Think about Nike and athletic achievement, or MUGI and that minimalist, sustainable vibe.
Right, they have strong personalities.
Exactly. They've successfully cultivated that. How does that actually connect with shoppers, though?
Well, it sounds like it taps into the emotional side of buying. You're not just buying a thing, you're buying into an identity or values that match your own.
Exactly right. In a market absolutely flooded with choices, a clear brand personality can be a huge differentiator.
Okay, strategy 2, C2M, customer to manufacturer. But the report stresses participation, not just made to order. What's the difference?
This is a really key point, I think. Today's consumers, especially younger ones, they want to feel like they have some say.
Yeah, involvement.
Right. And live commerce, with its real-time chat and feedback, allows for that direct interaction between customers and, say, the brand or even the manufacturer. It makes people feel heard, involved in the product somehow.
Even if it's just feedback during the stream.
Yeah, even small ways. It's a feeling of co-creation that you just don't usually get with traditional e-commerces like faceless customer service forms.
So it's more collaborative, moving beyond just one-way communication.
Absolutely. It builds a much stronger sense of connection, maybe even ownership, between the brand and the customer.
Third strategy, an appropriate worldview. This is about the whole vibe of the stream, the set, the decor, how the hosts present themselves authentically reflecting the product and brand values. Why is authenticity so vital?
Oh, it's absolutely crucial, especially with younger consumers. They have finely tuned BS detectors.
Yeah.
They can spot anything that feels fake or insincere a mile off. The stream's environment needs to feel genuine, aligned with what the product is about. It's not just about looking cool. It's showing that the people behind the brand actually get it. They care about the product and the customers.
So creating an immersive experience that reinforces the brand identity and clicks with the audience emotionally.
Precisely. Building trust through genuine presentation and, storytelling.
Okay, fourth strategy, sincere talk. Being upfront about potential downsides or limitations. Why is honesty so important here?
Transparency is just incredibly valuable for building trust these days. People are generally pretty skeptical of overly polished sales pitches.
Yeah.
So by being honest about potential drawbacks, maybe even offering solutions proactively, sellers build credibility. It fosters long-term loyalty. It basically shows you respect the customer's intelligence and aren't just trying to make a quick buck.
It's a definite shift from the hard sell towards, well, an actual conversation.
Exactly. It recognizes that consumers are smart and appreciate honesty.
And the fifth strategy, setting enjoyment. Live commerce isn't just about buying stuff. It's also entertainment, a good use of time. What does that mean for the content?
This really ties back to that killing time party group, but honestly, it applies to everyone.
Right.
Live streams need to offer some kind of enjoyment. Maybe it's the host sharing deep knowledge. Maybe it's fostering that community vibe. Or maybe it's just being engaging and fun to watch. The value exchange isn't just money for product.
It's also value for the time spent watching.
Exactly. It has to be worth their time. You're not just competing with other shops, you're competing with Netflix, YouTube, everything else, vying for attention online.
Okay, stepping back to the bigger picture. Makino-san mentions differences between China and Japan, particularly how younger people consume TV. How might that affect live commerce adoption in Japan?
That's a really important point to consider. While younger Japanese people might not watch as much traditional TV as older generations, TV still has this significant cultural weight there, perhaps more so than in China currently.
Right.
That difference in media habits could mean a slightly different, maybe slower adoption curve for live commerce in Japan. It's not guaranteed, but it's possible.
But Makino-san suggests vertical live commerce, focusing on niche interest, could be a good way in for Japan. Especially with YouTube being so popular for hobbies, why might that specific approach work well there?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense by tapping into existing online communities already passionate about specific things.
Like the interest explorers.
Exactly. Vertical live commerce can offer super targeted content and products to an audience that's already engaged. It's a more focused strategy that kind of fits how many people in Japan already find information and connect online around their hobbies.
And the 2020 Top K-Out report points to other trends, like more gamification, more interactive stuff, entertainment becoming standard. How's that changing things?
Yeah, the lines between content and commerce are just getting blurrier and blurrier. We're seeing more streams that feel like mini variety shows,
Right.
or collaborations between celebrities and influencers that are built around entertainment. It's all about making shopping more dynamic, more interactive, and ultimately just more engaging.
The report also stresses understanding Gen Z. They're driving a lot of this with their very personalized, segmented habits. What's key about Gen Z shoppers here?
Absolutely critical. Their preferences, their expectations, they're really shaping the future of online retail, period. Brands, platforms, they have to understand Gen Z's values, their digital fluency, their desire for authenticity and personalization to really connect with them in the live commerce world.
It's also interesting how live commerce itself seems to be maturing. Top hosts are becoming almost like online celebrities or mini brands.
Totally.
And established celebrities are getting more professional about their streaming. What does that professionalization mean?
We're definitely seeing the rise of a new kind of retail star, aren't we?
Yeah.
These top hosts have built massive loyal followings. Based on trust, entertainment, expertise, they hold serious sway over purchasing decisions. And as more big-name celebrities jump in seriously, it just further legitimizes live commerce as a major retail channel.
And the data in that 2020 Top Kellout report just hammers home the growth. Pre-sales during Singles Day beating previous full-day numbers. Brands hitting over 100 million yuan in sales in the first few hours.
The numbers are just staggering. They really speak for themselves. Live commerce isn't some niche thing within e-commerce anymore. It's clearly become a major engine driving it.
Yeah.
The report also points out these new consumer brands popping up, using these platforms and live streaming strategically to gain traction incredibly quickly.
So putting it all together, it seems pretty clear. Live commerce in China isn't just some flash in the pan. It really looks like a significant evolution in how people shop online.
I think that's exactly right. It's driven by these shifts in consumer behavior enabled by technology.
Yeah.
It feels like a fundamental change in how people discover, evaluate, and ultimately buy things online.
And understanding how it works in China gives us these invaluable clues about where online retail might go globally.
Definitely. It offers a potential roadmap or at least some strong hints.
It really makes you think, though, about the wider implications, for how all of us interact with commerce down the line, this increasing blend of entertainment and shopping. How is that going to reshape what we expect from just like buying something online?
That's the big question, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely something to keep thinking about as this whole world keeps evolving.